What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Clowns podcast. I'm your host, Meej, and today I am breaking down the news of a potential Josh Gordon return. Now, before we begin, I'm going to ask you to please click the subscribe button, leave a like, and comment, please, as 80% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so it means a lot to me, and I'll keep it short. Let's get right into this. So, former Browns, Patriots, Seahawks, and whoever I'm missing, wide receiver, Josh Gordon is trying to get back into the NFL. This will be his sixth attempt at a season-long return in which he's unfortunately not been able to sustain a full return/comeback, even though we know he's a very, very talented player. Now, sure, we haven't seen him produce at the level he had in his amazing 1,600-yard season with a practice squad quarterback, if no offense to Browns fans, but I think you'd agree with me on this one, a practice squad quarterback, and he accomplished that unbelievable season with that type of player. Gives me Terry McLaurin vibes, if you know, you know, but what does this mean for his fantasy football outlook and his NFL just overall outlook? Now, myself and many others are obviously rooting for a Josh Gordon return, as I've always been a huge fan of the player. I add him every time he comes back in hopes for an amazing season/return. But unfortunately, I can't give you the advice and say to pick this guy up. Now, sure, if you're going to pick him up, the only thing I would do is try and trade him. If you can't get a trade in 2 or 3 days, or you need to pick someone up on waivers, you got to drop the guy. I mean, sure, he's a name brand just because of that one season, but he's several years removed from that, and he hasn't even been signed to an NFL team or even confirmed to be brought back yet. Now, sure, he is pretty much destined to return to the NFL, but I cannot foresee a huge return. This is just because there's so many great wide receiver options in the NFL that he wouldn't be the number one on any team he goes to. He'd have to catch up and learn the playbook, and that's if he even is still a capable player. I mean, the guy is getting up there in age. He's not too old, but he's on the older side just because of how long it's been since he's seen NFL action. We don't know if he's even in shape, right? We're all complaining about Le'Veon Bell being washed. You want to talk about washed up? It's got to be Josh Gordon. I mean, I'm obviously rooting for him, but I can't see anything crazy happening. Now, if I had to think of a team that he could possibly go to, I would say it would be the Washington football team, as there are several concerns around Curtis Samuel, and I think Josh Gordon would actually fit in there quite nicely as a wide receiver 2/3 option there, if he even is capable of returning to that level. But we all know that there's poor quarterback play in Washington, and honestly, the only people I would own on that team are McLaurin, Logan Thomas, and Antonio Gibson, just because there's really nothing else. Obviously, the defense, too. The defense is stellar, but on that offense, it's kind of shaky at the moment. They play tomorrow. We'll see how they perform. I'll give you a constant update on Josh Gordon and how things unfold, but thank you guys for watching. Please click that sub button. Please leave a like. Go to war in the comments. I love when you guys do that, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.